Going live. It's having trouble. There it is. We're live. Am I behind the thing? Okay, hold on. Maybe if we can do that. There we go.
Hello John? Out there in TV land.
TV land. Do you remember TV land?
I do remember where there used to be a TV land.
Yeah, there used to be. Wait. Oh, there was an actual place called TV land. I was talking about TV land, the channel, where you'd watch the monsters, the Brady Bunch.
I didn't have cable growing up.
No, it's a recent thing. It is.
Haven't been watching TV recently.
No, all right. Oh,
you just flew way over my head. No, you know, we used to say, hello out there in TV land. Welcome to Gaslit Podcast. We're glad you can join us.
I'm glad. I'm very glad.
How was your weekend, Jim?
It was very tiring.
I thought no recovery, no time for recovery.
It was just busy. A lot of stuff to do. It's just never ever stopping. And then the time change was not great. Still having some jet lag right now with the time change in California.
2 hours?
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, you know, they moved the clock back.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, they moved the clock back.
They moved the clock. Well, they moved the clock up.
Literally time stopped on Wednesday. And it's been nothing but a blur since Wednesday. So I'm still trying to recover up until now.
Because you didn't sleep.
Yeah, so we lost sleep.
Because we were going to get arrested.
Sleep.
Between almost getting arrested, missing our flight.
Yeah.
Running through the terminal, barely making it.
Right.
Not having any sleep.
Fighting a whole bunch of people.
Fighting people.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was good. It's a good time. Texas was fun.
Yeah, Texas was good. Yeah, Texas was
very good to us.
Can't say enough good things about Texas.
Honestly.
Because, well, the weather wasn't terrible, so.
It was okay.
Yeah, but it was nice.
It was overcast, but it was still
nice.
It wasn't like Seattle gloomy. It was just like
freedom gloomy.
The shining light of freedom lit up our path. Though the clouds were blocking the sun.
All right, John, we're gonna dive right into this. All right,
let's talk about
it. Here it is. Cheerleader mom is arrested for creating deepfake images and videos showing her daughter's rivals naked, drinking, and smoking, in a bid to have them kicked off the team. Okay, and I know you're gonna be like, why the hell are we talking about this?
Right. Now moms are using deepfakes.
Oh, hear me out, right? Because you know what deepfakes are, right?
Yeah. I've seen where Obama's like, "What up, bitches?" I've seen that. It's pretty cool.
All right. So when deepfakes first came out, everybody was concerned because they're talking about how world leaders are going to be used
100%
to create messaging, right?
100%.
And that was the concern.
Like when Obama was like, "What up, bitches?"
That was a concern. But this is an interesting story because this is the use of everyday people using deepfakes.
I know. Isn't that scary?
Yeah, it's super. Okay, so what happened was Rafaela Spone, 50, created the deepfake images of 3 girls of her daughter's team, right? The girls had allegedly fallen out with Spone's daughter, and Spone is said to have wanted revenge. Which, by the way, if you're wanting to exact revenge on teenagers while you're 50,
get a life.
Yeah.
You got problems later.
Yeah. Or she's
super,
or she probably
believe me, I understand. There are some really bad kids in schools, especially like junior high, high school. I can imagine there's some like bratty chicks that you want to pull their hair out, but
or she's one of those moms that's the cool mom. You know, she hands out margaritas under the.
I don't know, man.
Under the table at the family party.
I don't know who goes that
far. All the 12-year-olds.
Did she do it herself? Is she like a Photoshop wizard?
So she's accused. She's accused of.
Can we hire her?
That'd be. We'll hire her for this. Check this out. She's accused of using deepfake technology to produce doctored photos of the girls naked, drinking, and smoking. And she used the Libya snaps she sent them to the cheer team's coaches in a bid to have them booted off. But the meddling mom has not been charged with cyber harassment, and her daughter is not believed to have known what she was up to. Would you be embarrassed?
She's gonna say that.
Would you be embarrassed as a child of a parent whose parent went this far to do that for them, or would you be enamored?
I think she went way too far. I don't think you try to, like, especially kids like that, you don't want to, that stuff's out in the open. You know, they probably posted on Facebook or whatever. Not everyone's going to know what that is. So you can be ruining these kids' lives. Just because they're a bunch of stupid broads doesn't mean that you need to be, doesn't mean you need to go so far as to, like, defame them to the point where they're like irredeemable, you know?
Well, here's the interesting. It doesn't say here.
It doesn't really say what she did.
Well, she sent them to the coaches.
No,
She
I
said-
know,
so-
I know, but you know,
But
you know, if she would send them to the coaches, you know, they're on the internet somewhere now.
Oh yeah, these fakes. Well,
Come on.
Yeah, who else?
Because
did she
somebody
send them
showed
to?
somebody, and then they were like, "Oh wait,"
Yeah.
and now it's like
Well,
probably on someone's.
Here's
Facebook
why I
page.
wanted to talk about it, because it doesn't say here in this article, but there's another article where they talk to the victims, right? A 17-year-old girl. She was confronted by her coach, and she said, "This is you vaping. What are you doing?" Right?
Uh-huh.
And she said to herself that there's no way I can say that's fake, because there's no way they're going to believe me that that's fake. It's you doing something.
It was that obvious. I mean, he was that good.
Dude, this lady was amazing. I don't know what
She's like, maybe I was vaping shit. I don't know. Maybe I am a stripper on the weekends. I have no idea.
Although good for
Maybe
her, because now
black
she
out
can,
and then end up on a pole.
yeah, but now she can say for the rest of her life that all these other videos are fake. So if I were that girl, it's time. Okay, so here's.
That's crazy, dude. Look at her. She looks like a psychopath.
She looks like she is.
I'm all for defending your kids, but I mean, pick your fights. You know,
right. So
what are you doing?
What are we? Technology
That's crazy.
has infected literally every part
Aspect
of our life. Every
life.
part of our life,
Yeah.
right? We're coupled with this technology, and we're coupled with humans who are going to be humans that use this, and it's weird, right?
Which very strange.
Which brings me to my next thing. As far as technology, according to the Department of Defense, it's Oscar Sunday. And did you know that the Department of Defense works with Hollywood to ensure that the military is correctly portrayed in films?
Is that right?
Yeah.
What else? What else does the government use Hollywood for to portray?
Well, there's a lot of stuff that they. Well,
Moon landings.
Here's the thing. Yeah. Whoa! We're gonna get banned for that kind of talk around here. Okay. Well,
I'm
here's
just saying. You know, you think we'd be back?
right, because here's what I want to say about.
Wait
it.
a minute.
What
we've never covered this subject.
about the moon landing? You don't think?
Don't you think we would have been back?
You don't think that we've
Do
landed on the
you
moon?
think our technology is not such now that it was better than 50 years ago, where we should have been back already?
Well, look. Here's my thing. It's just like, why would you want to go back?
Hold on one second.
Answer the first question.
Hold on one second.
Okay.
Hold on one second. If you could go to Vegas, you wouldn't just say, "Oh, well, I've been now, so there's no point in going back." You know you're going to go back
Well, it's Vegas.
because you've been there.
If there was Vegas and the moon, Bernard would be there 3 times a week.
At least. but that's B.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like for us to go and explore, to go see, you know, they're trying to colonize Mars.
You think
They
that
don't
they would
wanna- they
have
don't wanna
somebody
check the
scoping
moon?
out the spot like
Yeah,
we
you
were in
don't think they
Texas
would-
this weekend?
Yeah. Come on.
I'm not saying that it didn't happen, because obviously we're trying to stay on YouTube here for a while, and we'll get.
What is that? Is that like controversial? Like
It's
we get
good.
kicked off of YouTube for saying that the
We'll get
moon landing was staged?
We'll get put further down the totem pole when it comes to recommendations.
I don't think we can get kicked down any further. I think I think they crushed us with the totem pole already.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
we're somewhere underneath in the dirt area.
I don't think that we faked the moon landing. However, I do have
But
I
you-
have the obvious question. Well, if it's so easy to go there, well, it wasn't. It was a feat, right? It was a technological feat, allegedly.
To win the Cold War.
Right. Yeah. So then we went up there in Hollywood. So
Hollywood made it look like, hold on, so a bunch of Russian astronauts had to die just trying to get up there. And then the US couldn't even get out of the Earth's orbit. But then magically one day they just ended up landing some dudes on the moon. And you know what was the best part of the whole thing? That nobody seems to like mention this at all. That like all of this shit was shot live and like broadcast back.
yeah.
Isn't that hold on.
Well, yeah. It takes now. It takes like a 15-minute delay.
Wait a minute though. Wait a minute. You got out of the Earth's orbit, okay? All right, we got him out. Then we landed him, and then we had video cameras that could record and stream back live, so the people on TV.
Well, they had streaming services, right? They had Hulu back in 69, right?
Nope.
No, it's a good question.
Does it not ever occur to anybody? Does anybody understand how networks and like
Well,
how
weren't there satellites? Satellites had not been in the orbit. Just
okay,
yet?
so they satellite shot a live stream back to broadcast nationally.
Did they not?
So the people in the
thought that's what
States,
they did.
or were they shooting it out of the ABC studios in Hollywood,
right?
And broadcasting
in an undisclosed
live
location in
and an
Nevada.
undisclosed,
Yeah. I could.
Well, I mean, which one seems more? Which one seems more plausible?
I hear you.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of things that
there's a lot of logical explanations for this.
There are no logical explanations. There's no reason. If there's a logical explanation, why haven't we been back? And in all honesty, if you think we could have gone back, or we have the technology to actually get there in the first place, you don't think Trump would have put somebody there every week, just like sticking flags in there, just to put flags on it?
That would be a really good show of force for Space Force. Hey, send Space Force up there.
Done. Sign over $1 trillion, whatever they need. Just get another person up there. Force. I just want to see another flag on the moon.
Yeah, we got to do the first moon base.
100%. It's for Space Force.
Why is the moon colonized? Can we colonize the moon?
I don't know.
We have to create social contracts there. Oh, we've never been there.
We'll talk about it though.
Like, this is what I'm freaking out about about this whole DoD Hollywood. That's what I'm saying. It confirms the conspiracy theory of Operation Mockingbird, right?
No.
You remember Operation Mockingbird?
I have no idea. Go ahead and remind the viewers.
All right. Operation Mockingbird is, and here's the great part about this. On Google, if you look it up, Operation Mockingbird is an alleged large-scale program of the United States Central Intelligence Agency that began in the early years of the Cold War and attempted to manipulate news media for propaganda purposes. Started in the Cold War. They were using the news media, i.e. Hollywood. Every corporate media that you still watch to this day, they were using them for propaganda purposes.
What?
And for some strange reason, the Department of Defense literally just said...
Why are they publicizing this shit?
That the Department of Defense works with Hollywood to ensure that the military is correctly portrayed in films.
Hashtag know your mill.
What the fuck? This is crazy. This is really kind of crazy if you think about it.
It's so stupid.
It's crazy because, okay, so...
Why I think we just have a bunch of retards running the show now. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. I think they're so stupid. They don't even realize that they constantly expose themselves.
Well, what does it tell you when you only have...
It used to be, when we had a society, like you got 1,200 likes.
1,200 likes, like, oh, that's cool. And they're liking it because they like it. Yeah. Not because they're like, oh, hey, this is kind of, that's...
People have to realize, like, they expose themselves faces and nobody talks about it. It's like, wait a minute. Is somebody talking about it?
No.
You look like you had like a light bulb moment.
I did have a light bulb moment, but go ahead.
But it's the fact that everybody, like when we say stuff, we're just a small podcast, a few listeners.
Yeah.
But we don't do it for we're not getting paid, or we don't do it for. We're just doing it for information. We just want information to be out so people have another side of the story, because this one side pump you up on Joe Biden and how fantastic he is, and
he's amazing,
how he's the greatest president of all time and the most popular president of all time and the kindest, nicest, most democratic president of all time, although 100%. He's signed the most executive orders of anybody ever in history.
And he makes
dictators. Yeah, okay. That's the most important stuff, right?
Yes.
As long as he pulls at your heartstrings while he's trying to punch his way through a sentence. So he is like the epitome of what's wrong with our culture and our society. Realizing that they're exposing themselves, right? And their hypocrisy is constantly on display. Like when Kamala says, violence because you told them to go, you blew a dog whistle. But then you're on TV like a month before that telling people they will and they should and they are going to continue to.
They should
light shit up.
They should. Also, the same thing with the...
But hold on, that's not inciting riots. But the dude's saying peacefully, go and make your voices heard isn't signing right.
Yeah,
You know what
that's
I'm
a little
saying?
strange. Yeah, that's
No, it's a
strange.
little bit, just a little
Yeah,
bit.
a little more current to the whole like Andrew Cuomo thing. She hasn't come out and said,
Yeah, what's up?
and she's super like, we have to believe all women.
So what's up?
Where is it at though? Same thing with Pelosi. She's like, well,
What's up?
but which I appreciate, Cuomo getting the benefit of the doubt because we believe in what's the word?
Due process.
Yes,
that thing.
That
good old thing called due process.
What happened
As in
to
you're
that?
innocent before until proven guilty. Now it's
You're guilty.
You're guilty if you're not
based on hearsay.
transgender.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, but you're right. Like they're super bold about it, right?
You watch how Como comes out as non-binary, and then all this all this will dissipate immediately.
Cuomo came on just trying to legalize New York marijuana in New York.
Is he? Trying to win back the people. I'm gonna give you one, folks. Here's what we're gonna do, okay? Everyone start smoking weed, and we're gonna be a-okay.
Yeah. You'll all forget.
You guys will forget what I did.
They're like the Men in Black with the little forget things.
I'm sure there's some people in New York that are like, you can grab my ass if you just legalize weed.
Like, okay, so you said that they're just out there. They're just blatantly doing this.
Blatant.
So you remember during when Trump was still president back last year, he had a phone call with the governor of Georgia.
The
Georgian the
elections head or
the secretary, the Georgian secretary, and the headline was Trump is
coercing the
Check this out. Check this out. Breaking. The Washington Post has retracted their story about President Trump's call with the Georgia election investigator. Quote, the Post misquoted Trump's comments on the call, end quote. Another end quote. Trump did not tell investigators to find fraud or say she would be a national hero if she did, end quote. What did the Washington Post come out and say? They said that Trump was trying to find fraud and that she would be a national hero if she did. That's what they were peddling. And everybody
thought it was like, oh, Trump must be like definitely losing because now he's just trying to get them to switch over the votes.
Sort of like waving wads of cash in this lady's face.
But that's the thing it's so dishonest. Who cares now that you're retracting it? Who gives a shit? Does anybody even care?
No.
Is anyone even reading this? No. I can't believe you even found this. Where did this come from? Yeah. You must have found this from like a back channel somewhere
I've been lurking. I'm
just saying, like, there's nobody that gives a shit about this. But 2 months ago, that could have been like the difference between him overturning the election.
Well, public opinion. Right.
Well, not just that, like the Biden stuff, right? The Hunter Biden stuff. How come that stuff didn't get released prior to? How come it got released? Like the actual evidence and the facts and all the information about him colluding with China, all the money that they had, got from these guys from Ukraine who had invested in Hunter's businesses, and the guys from China who had invested billions of dollars in Hunter's business ventures, mind you, like not business ventures that were like, oh, Hunter's been a
right. He invested. He's not.
No. Not just that. It's different when like, oh yeah, he's like the best hedge fund manager in the United States for the last 20 years.
Like he's got
and they just happened. Yes, he had the skills to pay those bills. Where if you want to put in $3 billion into his hedge fund, it makes sense. They're just trying. You can look at that as a business transaction. Doesn't necessarily have to be them colluding to coerce U.S. government officials to do any favors for them.
Just a white collar guy looking for contracts. Yeah, is what he was.
But that's what he. No, but that wasn't the case,
that was
right?
The white thing that he was working with.
That's right. He was working with that other white.
Yeah,
with that nose.
Okay. It's important. Important as you stop, and it's gonna be like this for the next 4 years. Your talking heads are literally gonna ignore the crisis at the border. Gonna ignore
6,000 people a day, Jim.
Yeah,
it's absurd. It makes me like nauseous to think that there's 6,000. What happens to those people? Like a lot of them, like are families and normal people too.
Children.
Yeah, and a lot of them are children. What's gonna happen to those kids?
They're shoving them under freeway underpasses. They have them. They're building new cages.
It's a Scarface. Have you seen the opening scene of Scarface where they bring in?
You're right.
They're all living under the underpass.
Yeah, it's happening.
They got them in like a fenced area, like under the underpass. It's literally like the opening scene from Scarface.
There's a facility in Texas that's 675% over capacity. The kids are running out of food, and they can only take a shower once a week.
That's sanitary. What was Saki saying? Go back to Saki. We treat our kids with respect and humanity and dignity. So letting them shower once a week and not having enough food for them is treating them with humanity and dignity. You ginger F.
Engagements happen at the border.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is this it? I'm not sure if this is it.
Freaking lying broad, the biggest. She's the most dishonest human being.
I'm not going to confirm numbers from here. Obviously, the Department of Homeland Security and others oversee the programs and the engagements that happen at the border.
She has no soul. Look at her. She looks like Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, like I mean, again, I never ever blame the press secretary because the press secretary's job is literally to lie to the people.
I don't know. Kayleigh McEnany was pretty on point.
Yeah, but I mean, when something was bad, it was bad. You got to. That's the interesting thing about a press secretary. You got to turn a bad thing into a
positive.
Yeah.
No, I know, but she's not even turning anything. She's just like,
right,
whoa, let me get back to you on that.
Yeah, she's dodgy. She's
let me just circle back with you on that.
Children in Border Patrol custody. They're spending on average over 100 hours, 4 days in these facilities that are jail-like facilities, not meant for children. So how can
jail-like
you say
facilities.
That's not a crisis?
Well, I think what Ambassador Jacobson and Secretary Mayorkas were conveying, and what I've conveyed, is it doesn't matter what you call it. It is an enormous challenge. It is something that is front and center for the president.
Now today.
Okay, so yeah, front center is not kids in cages. It's just prison-like conditions.
It's just prison-like conditions, and kids can't take showers, and there's not enough food for them.
But it goes back to the media again, because just check out a little.
Know your mill.
Check out this headline. Biden inherited a mess, but his first 50 days as president have been a historic success.
Who the hell wrote this shit?
That's what we.
Who wrote that article? Where's that from?
Dude, CIA ops, man. John Haltewenger. Wenger. Ooh, is that German? John Haltewenger.
I don't know, but what thing is this from? Like what? What
I'm
media
almost
source?
certain that looks like either The Intercept or Forbes. Hold on, I'm sure we can find
it. Lord.
What is this? What is it called? Biden.
Have
Biden
been a historic success, huh?
A mess, but his first 50. And I have a question for you. Okay, Business Insider. There we go.
Business Insider wrote that. Holy shit!
This my friend.
Business Insider. Don't they they cover the markets? Do they know like what happened to our stock market?
Kids, this is what
do they know what happened to gas prices?
Call. Where's this is going to be? This is going to be right there. Manufactured consent.
That's right.
The media is telling you that everything is awesome. Everything is good. As a team.
Play it. It's worth it. It's worth the moment. Look. Literally, when you wake up in the mornings, this should be playing in your head.
This should.
In China. So in China, they have these speaker systems, like these public speaker systems, where at a certain time in the morning, it just starts playing like loud Chinese music. No, yeah, it's not this song, but they're gonna start playing this for us. There you go.
Calming song in the world, man. Oh my god. I want to get to the part. Come on, just get to the good part.
Just come on.
So this is basically the news media right now.
They're gonna play this in the public speakers.
Oh, build back together. Build back better.
That's right, kids. Everything is freaking awesome. And then when he goes and buys a $30 cup of cappuccino, what does he say, Jim? Everything is awesome.
Yeah. It's
That's literally where we're headed. We're headed to freaking Legoland. Like, what is going on?
So to review, that the world is on fire. Kids are in cages. We're having an immigrant crisis in the middle of a pandemic.
Yes. We're having more COVID deaths than ever before, yet all the states just decided, like, hey, it's a good time to open up.
But you're
not in the states that were already open. Those are not the issue. But California, which has been shut down for a long time, now they're ready to go back to school.
Yeah, they're ready to go back to school.
That's what they're telling us.
Yes. Yeah, and here's the thing. Conspiracy theories being proven right.
I know all those conspiracy theories don't look
They're
so
coming
crazy
to- yeah,
anymore.
we're talking about, the moon landings look sounding a little bit weird now. It's uncomfortable a little bit now, but and then this, they're I hate to say this because it just sounds crazy, but the deep state is not that far from what is a reality or what we know as
It's true.
reality. And there's a lot of people who are stuck in this little bubble that they have created.
Because they say everything is fine. So.
And they're literally telling you, hey, we're lying to you. Here's us lying to you. Like
we
Washington,
told you we're lying.
The Washington Post literally gives you a
It gives you a picture and a video showing you. Like, what else do you need? We're making up shit. Look, we work with Hollywood to do it.
The official Department of Defense.
They're like,
account.
oh, we can't believe you did this to us. When everyone gets red pilled, they're like, I can't believe you did this. No, we don't.
They've been
Go back
you.
and go back and look at the Post. We've been telling you this shit.
What?
You guys just
Have you seen that
manufactured consent.
Have you seen that scene? Here, let me show you. If I can find it. You're familiar with Puss in Boots, right?
Puss in Boots from Shrek.
Yes.
Yeah.
Puss in Boot. Put Puss in Butts.
Okay, watch out.
That's good.
This is a child's show.
would.
No, it's not. Don't let your kids watch our show.
Okay, so this is
not
basically. So basically, this is so you've been lied to this entire time, and then when you finally get red pilled and find out that this has been happening, and you become really shocked. This is what happens to people.
Adventure was about one thing: revenge. You never knew it, Puss, but I was always there.
You can see it there, but he pops just. There's scenes throughout the movie where he just pops out in the.
What is he doing?
Oh,
What happened? Who's here?
Christina's here.
Oh, it's-
You wanted to repeat.
you better edit that out.
Oh yeah, no, I will.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a bit-
Oh, we're live.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Oh, it's just two people.
Oh, okay.
Hi, how's it going?
Good evening, I'm all done. Good. How are you?
Good.
We're kind of in the middle of our podcast now.
Oh, sorry. Okay, bye.
You want to go say bye?
No, we're good.
Okay. How's it going?
Good.
Where are you off to?
Back home.
Oh, okay.
Orlando.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
We're gonna have to cut that out too.
Oh, we'll
No
cut that
worries.
out.
Texas. No.
Yeah, don't go back to
Okay.
Texas.
Okay.
Going back to Dallas.
See you. I just wanted to say bye.
Alrighty. Nice talking to you. We're still in the middle of the podcast.
Whoever you are, that was a UPS driver.
That was Mr. McFeely.
Yeah, Mr. McFeely, the UPS driver that was going back to Gardendale. So that's
Yes.
all right.
Okay.
Love you. So the gist of the movie was all those scenes you just saw.
Yeah.
They were scenes that happened in the movie, and then they asked him, "Well, how could you?" He says, "Well, I was always there." So they show the scenes again, and then
And
there's
it
the
just-
eggs in there now.
They just put him in the scene.
So he was always there. That's it. They've been just telling us over and over again. They're lying to you. They're lying to you. Nobody's being honest to you. There's a reason why they didn't want Trump. There's a reason.
Yes. Because he was exposing all this.
There's a
bullshit.
reason they want to
He
shut
was-
down conservative talk.
He was calling out all of this bullshit. He was saying that's why he kept saying fake news. Fake news. People thought that he was just being like, you don't like what they're saying about
What's
you.
that
That's
word that's popular online facetious.
why. Yes. No, he wasn't being facetious. He was actually saying, you guys
Are lying
fake
to
the
the people.
news.
So are they really the enemy of the people?
100%.
Is that a loaded statement?
No, it's not loaded, because if you are falsifying information, or if you're giving,
Tricking.
if
people.
look, they're manipulating 100%. I don't know about tricking, but they're 100% manipulating people. And real fraud of the election wasn't just like people changing ballot votes or machines and stuff like that. The real fraud was doing everything possible to put the Democratic Party in a positive light, and doing everything possible to portray Trump as a racist and a bigot and xenophobic and whatever other freaking bullshit adjective you can think of, when none of those things were true. To make him look like he was the bad guy. Big orange man bad,
Mhm.
Joe Biden nice and sweet.
He is dying. He's a
Yeah.
walking dying man.
He is.
Can we have? God, no, that would be kind of cruel, wouldn't it?
What?
Days until Joe Biden steps out of office.
He's already said it.
I know,
This
but
is what's
can we have
funny.
it now?
This is what's funny. He came out and he said it himself. He said it with his own mouth. He's like, if we ever get to a point where we don't see eye to eye, I'll just fake an illness and
Die.
no, he even said it. Remember?
Yeah.
And do you remember Kamala was like,
Yeah,
that's like
starts
that's
nudging
our
him.
conversation, not like don't say that in public.
Starts lightly nudging him, and he bruised the next day.
He could have bled out. You
Yeah,
know?
it's like, don't touch the man. Yeah. You know what?
It's not good.
Yeah.
It's not looking good, Jim. Not with this. I don't know. For the next 2 years, we better be careful because I'm not trying to get suicided. I got too many kids to take care of.
yeah, we're just low level people, though. They want suicide.
Probably not now,
Yeah.
but
Not
later.
yeah, not unless we have
Once you tell all your friends to start following us, remember, tell your dad, don't tell your mom. All right, Gaslit Podcast. We're for the people.
Oh, we're right about that time today.
All right,
John.
all right, good
Power
show,
to the
Jim.
people.
Power to the people. God
Mhm.
bless America.
Deuces.
Be nice, folks.
Deuces. Oh, I can't hit the line. And where's your mouse? There we go.
There it is.
Yeah. Do we end it?